for 0 fight. And that,
hey, it was for 1. They got that Rubik.
Oh, you're right. Okay, 3 for 1.
Yeah, they got him again.
And yeah, it seemed good at first, like, oh, that's a die back on the Rubik. Okay, and then now Insania dies back. All right, yeah, that's a good old fashioned wash right there. So here we go, game 2. We got a draft ready to rock and roll. Initial bans underway. Void Spirit, Bat Rider removed from contention.
Bat Rider, I think, is a good ban for Liquid because they're one of the better Timbersaw teams still. Like, they haven't pulled it out that much lately, but he's pretty good versus a lot of the heroes that people are into, especially, like, I just think DK, DK's in, like, every game right now, it feels like, so it's always nice to get him. A lot of our offlaners, he's pretty strong versus too. And Boxy plays a very good Timber, so having that Bat Rider taken out right away just helps them out later down the road. Same thing with, like, the Brood, I guess, too, you could say. Helps protect that as well.
Sure. Early Brood ban. I don't think we've seen many teams first phase the Brood Mother.
I think, well, yeah, but you just get rid of it now because we don't have any more bans later on,
Yeah, I guess that's true. You don't want to have to waste a ban later. I don't know. I can kind of reason it both ways, though, because now aren't you potentially leaving something like that Coddle or Ember in the pool that they would sort of want to first phase anyhow?
Yeah, but your first pick, so you get more flexibility in some ways, Because, like, first pick, you get the first option, and then you also get that fourth one. So kind of like the more in the pool, you can tailor it based on all the bans and the first 3 picks, and then there's also going to be another ban from you after that. So that's the 2 most important picks of the draft are probably, to me, the 4th pick overall, and then the very last pick.
Yeah, although I wouldn't undervalue second pick in terms of being able to get a combo straight up that doesn't get broken.
Yeah, for sure.
There's merit to both sides. It kind of depends on your strategy. If you just want that one king hero or if you want a combo. But there are certainly teams that favor second pick very much for that reason. And, of course, if you're second pick, that means you get the 10th and final pick. So that's often where that real advantage comes in, as you said.
Yeah.
Where is it, right? Is it pretty even in terms of first pick, second pick win rate? That's always an interesting stat.
Oh, I haven't looked at that one in a while.
Me neither. I wonder what it is. It feels relatively even. I doesn't seem like we've.
I always wait for the patch to kind of,
settle down.
Time in first.
Yeah, that's fair. The Rubik going to be banned out now. Certainly fair. A lot of scary heroes going to be left in here, though. Phoenix Mars. That could be a potential opener for Liquid.
Let's see.
Flight of Moon going to think on it here. Like, all right, what combo do we want to make sure they don't get? We've banned the DP, so we're okay to leave in Oracle. All right, they take out the Phoenix, so they break up that Mars combo. I think that's smart.
Yeah, that's true. That's like one of their go-tos.
Yeah, they've opened with it a few times.
I don't think we're going to see the Wind Ranger Tusk again. I feel like it puts a lot of pressure on. Well, maybe it's not the Wind Ranger Tusk that's the problem. It's going like all in on it, like with like the Nature's Prophet from the mid lane too.
Mm-hmm.
But I would like to see just something a little bit more standard for Boxy. Maybe a Grimstroke draft from Liquid if it looks good. Like let's say they take Lycan or something because Lycan's now left in after being banned in the first phase last game.
Wow, they banned the Undying, and that opens up for a first pick Ember. Is this a Coddle? No, it's the Oracle again. The comfort pick for Liquid. And they take the DK right away.
And Flight of Moon did just do Ember Coddle again. Like that classic, you guys, I'm sure you hear about it every single draft. Everyone talks about it.
I mean, it's good. It's worth talking about.
Yeah.
We've seen it a lot of games now. They banned the Undying again.
Yeah. Coddle just has so many good partners, too. Like, it's not just the Ember, right? You're going to get more heroes that are going to look good for the rest of the game in it.
Dude, maybe Flight of Moon have just been playing Undying so the other teams ban it so that they waste a ban on a hero they know that sucks.
I mean, it's at least working. Bans are happening.
It seems to be. Because I agree with your assessment last time. Even if you're really good with Undying, right? You're one of those teams, it's a niche pick and it works for you. You still have to respect the meta heroes that are just objectively scary. Like Ember, for example. And I'm hard pressed to really picture a scenario where Undying is scarier than something like an Ember Spirit. But
I think what's funny is that they keep picking it and losing, and then they win games where it's banned. Like, I can't find a win with Undying.
Yeah, I don't know. That one I have no explanation
That's
for.
That's actually hilarious.
I don't know. I really don't.
They last won with it 8 days ago. They did beat Viking GG with it. So there you go.
There you go. Big W.
They had a victory.
Yeah, they picked up the Pango.
Since then, it hasn't been that hot. Pango. So they've seen the Oracle and the DK. So benefits of Pango, hunting the Oracle in the back line, chain stunning him so that he can't get off the ulti, and also something that DK can't really handle. And yeah, kind of as expected. You know that they love Grimstroke. I thought they might go Oracle and Grimstroke, but they dodged that. So now you get to ban it, so they don't have that very annoying leash for the Pango.
I'm in on the Grimstroke ban. And
I think
Lycan, I would almost want to ban Lycan if I were Liquid.
I think the Coddle's kind of tough because Coddle Pango is also very strong.
Yeah, that's...
Like, how many team fights have we seen set up by Will-O-Wisp and then the roll through comes, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Coddle would be a fine ban here, too. I'm just thinking the Grimstroke, it kills a couple birds with one stone with a ban like that. Obviously targeted to protect their Pango, but we've seen it be so effective against the Lycan Shapeshift.
Yeah, plus now they can't go like Weaver and stuff, like the Grimstroke Weaver combo. And
yeah.
Everything else Liquid likes to do. They take care of the Razor, so opening up all the lanes for the Dragon Knight, potentially the Troll too, who's just looked like one of the better heroes, even though we don't get to see him that often because he gets banned. And what is our Boxy hero going to be? Will they reveal now? Will they just pick a Taiga hero? BKB piercing stun Taiga hero. There's not a lot of those. The only one would be like the Rubik, right? Where you could like at least pierce through and steal the Rolling Thunder. You don't really want to pick like a 4 Bane or Wyvern or anything, I don't think. And that's obviously not even worth it versus the Pangolier. So yeah, there's always the argument they could take the Coddle for themselves if they want to start thinking about a Bristle lineup.
All right, I was just sharing with Twitch chat my dreams of the Dota 2 talent boxing exhibition.
Oh, you were explaining all those?
Yeah, the Suns fan LD headliner. I did investigate this, and the only matchup that I could get was BSJ versus Grant. They were the only two crazy enough to say, I'm down. I'll fight. I don't give a shit. Nobody else was interested. I tried to antagonize Gods and bait him into it, but it didn't.
Who would Gods fight?
Me.
Oh,
Sayori versus Gods, dude. Come on, it's the showdown of the century.
Dude, he's got reach on you. You would get destroyed.
Yeah, but probably. But still, I mean, come on.
He's Aussie, dude. He definitely knows how to fight. I thought
it was a fair challenge. I'm the underdog. I was challenging him. I mean, come on. That's.
Can you imagine the Ray bet odds that you get on that?
Dude, LD versus Suns fan. I think that would be. I talked to a few sponsors about it. They said if you can arrange it, we'll talk. But alas, I could not arrange it.
What if you just did it with those big sumo suits or American Gladiator style?
Well, that's something. Maybe a little less interesting, but yeah,
people still
options.
watch.
Yeah.
So the Taiga Dark Willow, classic Taiga hero, pairs very well with tons of offlaners for Boxy, like the Myers and whatnot. So we'll see what they get. And even after considering, they're like, yeah, we're definitely taking Coddle now. Because if they want to go Mars, at least then we'll have the Will-O-Wisp versus the Arena. That's always good. The other hero will be the Centaur.
Good outside of that. I really like this Fly to Moon draft. Like all three of these heroes, great synergy, great team fight, solid lanes. Not that the Liquid lanes are bad, but just a little bit less intimidating when it comes to team fight. I wouldn't mind seeing a Mars here, though. We have seen them play that with Willow-like heroes. A lot of AoE inside the arena.
Is it good enough? I think it is. I mean, you just want to think about something else. It just looks too obvious, almost, you know, to just go for the Mars again. But I mean, there's a reason why the hero's good.
They need some sort of team fight, and that's one thing FTM have over them right now. Their 5-man is a lot scarier, and they do take the Mars. They think about it, but they go for it.
Maybe now, some. What hero has been a surprise? Like the Pango was the only one which they picked it, and we hadn't said, oh, they're gonna pick Pango. It's like.
Is there any way they can mix Timbersaw in now for Fly to Moon against Mars and DK? It's got to be a little bit tempting.
Nice snipe. I mean, Dark Willow has some tools versus the hero, but overall, The only problem would be, well, then you get this Pango 4, which we've had some issues with in terms of like if it can't really play in the lane because Timber's kind of greedy. That might be my only problem, but yeah, Timber's definitely viable here if they're into it. I don't know if let's see, have they played a lot of Timber lately? I feel like Iceberg used to play Timber quite a bit when Timber was more of a mid lane hero, but as of late, they have not been Timber pickers on Fly to Moon.
Okay. I mean, the Pango is flexible in that regard. Although I was originally picturing that as a core.
It's the... Oh, no. She's banned. Okay.
Damn. It's a shame they can't pick Rubik. That's... I keep thinking. And now they grab their carry. It's the Slark. All right. So one of these right clickers in the position 1 that tends to be okay against these tankier cores. Works up those essence shift stacks and things tend to go okay. So I'm all right with this Slark pick.
Yeah, this is really nice. I wonder what they're going to do in terms of the laning stage. I guess they're just committing to the Ember mid because they're... I guess you have Ember or Slark mid, theoretically, depending on what you see, too.
It's true. Slark mid is not the worst if you have a good matchup. Disruptor. Whoa.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to think. It's like, what would you even pick here? Like, where do you want these guys to go? Like, who do you want the Coddle to lane with? Because Coddle can lane really well with Pango. That's a very playable thing. If you want to play the Coddle as a 4, you can do it like that and pick some other 5 hero. You could also have picked a Disruptor 4 too, obviously, as they show, and then he'd be laning in the off lane with the Pangolier. Is there any other? What about like Clockwork? Clockwork Pango. Haven't seen that hero in a hot minute.
What about like an Earth Spirit type hero? I guess he can't really gank much this game.
Yeah.
DK, not really a target you can roam on. Okay. Scratch it.
Necrophos band's pretty good, though.
Yeah, I like that.
That Ember matchup mid. So they're trying to protect the Ember mid, which means they might go with the Morphling mid from Liquid then. If this last pick isn't too good versus Morphling, that looks pretty good.
This is a last pick that's kind of hard to call.
Yeah, it can be anything, right? 3 Pango, 4 Pango, 5 Coddle, 4 Coddle.
I'd like to see the 4 Coddle paired with the Pango. I kind of feel like they're going to pick a 5 here, though it is pretty odd to save that as your last pick in the draft.
I mean, it happens sometimes when you're first pick. It doesn't really matter that much.
All right, well, we saw Nisha play a mid Mirana yesterday. I still don't know.
I think that's a general hero. I think that's a 3 Mirana.
Okay. And they take a lone druid. So
they snap pick that, dude.
That's Koikva. Yeah, they knew what they wanted. Man, beefy lineup for Liquid.
Wow, really? It's going to be the 4 Mirana for Aloha Dance? Jeez. I feel like I'd rather have a core Mirana than a 4 Mirana right now.
Yeah. I think she scales well enough with farm. But as always, if you can hit arrows, I guess support Mirana has some merit. You're pretty good at fighting over bounties, pretty good at controlling runes. So there's a bit of merit to it, I suppose. Well,
the problem with like I mentioned, like Clockwork or something, is he's like kind of all in the laning stage in terms of like how you have to commit for engagements and fights and stuff. Whereas like these Dark Willows and Miranas, they kind of do the same thing, where they just kind of poke and prod you, and if you ever try and retaliate, they just like leap away or Shadow Realm away, and they just slowly whittle you down. So that's definitely one benefit. Like the laning stage of the Mirana is good. It's just the rest of the game where you're just like, is this hero worth having? Like, is she going to be... We're going to see arrowing after the bolas, which is kind of nice. Arrowing from the Pango chain stun can also happen as well. So there's some potential for some stun chaining here. I wouldn't say it's my favorite.
Yeah. All right. Well, an exciting game. And a lot on the line. Alliance fighting for life in the tournament. Can the Koikva lone druid make it happen?
I don't tend to go against the bear. The 10th pick, Liquid Bear, you know?
Mm-hmm.
We assume that's mid. Indeed it is.
Prepare for battle.
And who will he be facing? The Ember. I wonder why they didn't morph.
No, it's just unfair.
I mean, this is certainly the comfort pick. I wonder how Lone Druid matches up against Ember Spirit mid.
Just fine. I mean, I think we've seen this one before from them.
Does it counter the Ember, or is it just a wash matchup where they both kind of farm? And
I would say the Ember is going to have the rougher time by my gut read, but, you know. I mean, Quick was starting with the Blightstone here, too.
Okay. So this pot, I'm going to be hanging out in the off lane. I'm still very curious to see how they make this hero work. I was curious when Secret did it. We were both surprised to see it go mid. And Nisha, it was like he had some stickum on those arrows. I mean, they were just connecting with everything. So I feel like we got a false sense of how good Mirana is if you...
I mean, that was a sick game, though.
Obviously, she's good if you hit every single arrow. I'm more curious how she fares if you have a more average game with her.
Yeah, Secret was setting it up every time, though. But it was similar, right? It was the Ember Spirit doing the same thing, if I recall correctly. They had like a side lane Ember, and he was just chaining and bowling and then setting up for really easy arrows.
Ooh, down bottom. Always Wanna Fly tries to boop Boxy, but then Boxy comes back with a boop of his own, and he ends up with the rune. That's going to be 3 for Liquid.
Boop on boop action. And Taiga also going to get a ward here. He's, does he have a sentry? Yeah, he's a sentry placed down. Okay, so he's doing the whole peeking around the cliffs to get the high ground vision, just to make sure there's no ward there. And then he'll drop his own vision. So he's going to see any rotations that come through to that mid lane and also the potential bottom rotation from the Ember Spirit. And then he's just going to have a happy lane because it's Mars and Dark Willow playing together.
Happy.
And Slark doesn't really abuse Chakra. Like, he can in terms of, like, if you can go aggro, but you would think that you're going to be kind of fighting to stay on the creeps in a lane like this, you know?
Yeah, I guess being able to Chakra pounce is something. Like, chase downs, you can't really get away from him, but you're right.
Yeah.
It certainly isn't the same as, like, a Bristleback or Bounty Hunter
or even just someone who can just freely spam. It's like it's always nice as a coddle when you have someone who you can just click Chakra on and they just cast nuke on someone, you know?
Yeah, it's just all Spirit Lances all day. Yeah.
But there's definitely the opportunity if like Taiga steps out of place and doesn't have the Shadow Realm, like maybe like level 2 if V2 gets it first, he might pounce and then they're going to Chakra and then pounce him again.
I'm checking out this mid matchup. Iceberg off to a pretty good start, 7-3, created the 5-2 Druid. So handling this matchup fine for now.
Mind you, it's a -3 second reduction. Man, it's so low level 1 actually. It's like so bad. Pounce is what, 17? Yeah, that would be like 17 seconds if you took it away. So the whole double pounce thing's not a reality.
Yeah, not for a couple levels at least.
Oh, I am at the double dark pack then. All right, here we go. There's the pounce. Yeah, put that damage on him.
Oh,
the bounce back. He's dead.
See you later, Boxy.
What, Tiger? What you doing? Where's my help? He was blocking the camp.
It's a Willow, dude. Bramble Maze was on cooldown. What are you gonna do?
That's true. But
draw back to this hero is all of her level 1s are pretty ass cooldowns for the lane.
That's a new play kind of for these safe lanes is like with how much the position 4s are blocking small camps, like either through body blocks and faking body blocks when there's actually a ward. Like Taiga put a sentry down this time too. And knowing when to jump on the opponent in a moment like that. Like if I was Taiga, I would think they had a ward over there. Just like how perfectly they jumped on the Boxy right there, you know?
Yep. Mid lane still going well for the Ember. He's actually almost killed the bear. And Koikba is going to have to TP the bear home.
Man, they just got an arrow onto Mickey while that whole wave was there too. Even with 2 points in Dragon Blood, Mickey's getting hurt pretty hard. There's the Mirana going in for the courier. Aloha dance. No!
Oh, not quite enough. Another leap. And still on the hunt for this courier. I don't think he's going to find it. Meanwhile, Insania gets brought down by General.
That was him basically chasing Aloha dance. Now Aloha dance is just going to buy out down to 20 gold and kill himself.
Suicided out. Goodbye, sweet world.
Yeah, it looks like Iceberg's doing just fine, though, mid lane. 2 points in the Flame Guard. Not really anything that a lone Druid can do versus that, I suppose.
Dude, he's clomping him. We thought that the Druid would be winning this matchup. It is the other way. Iceberg is completely owning this mid lane. Actually been fairly one-sided. I'm curious if like level 5 or is a break point somehow where the Druid can start to turn it, but I remain skeptical.
probably just the runes helping a lot too. Like, he's going to have the bottle. He invested in the bottle really early. Now he's waiting for the... Oh, he also has a TP coming in for his bottle, so there you go.
Yep, that'll help.
Let's just lopside this a little further.
That'll help. 4-minute runes about to come out. And Aloha Dance will certainly assist.
Dude, that kind of stuff is just like... Matchups just does not matter when this kind of stuff happens. When someone just TPs mid and fills your bottle and then also secures your runes, you know?
Yep. Important to note, he was winning before the rotation, but Aloha Dance denies the rune from Koikba, denying it from the Ember Spirit.
Oh, risky TP from the bear. Guess he had the resummon anyway.
Kind of nice that General can at least have some presence in the lane. I guess not crazy kill threat. Marana launches an arrow mid, connects on the Spirit Bear.
You caught your limit.
Oh, meanwhile,
Bottom lane.
bottom.
Looks like they connected with a spear. Both heroes low on the side of Liquid. I missed the initial setup there.
Had to watch for this sweet arrow mid.
It's a big kill, though.
They Mars and willowed him, you know. They did the thing. As Insania having to walk away again here from General, and General even grabs the creep wave too. General's just having a pretty nice time. Every time I check him out, at least, it looks like it's going very well up here.
Yeah, not going to get the full wave, but he'll grab the bounty and still come back for the range creep.
And save his own bounty for Iceberg too, who's after the bear. Oh, the bear's going to go for his rune, and he can't do anything about it. Good job there from Koikva. Didn't have the bolas again.
I guess this is one way to handle the Oracle, right? Like, he brings a lot to the table, but he's not particularly threatening against a mobile hero like Pango.
Yeah, but General also can't, like, stick in the lane. Like, if he tried to just normally last it, the Oracle's gonna have to shut him down. So General's game is still a little bit weird.
Kill Boxy down bottom, Aloha Dance making the rotation. But, I mean, I don't know that the Pango needs to sit in the lane if this Marana can go disrupt everything else. If he can maintain a 2v1 and not feed and still get a little bit, that still feels good for FTM, yeah?
I don't know. I don't know if his DK's gonna be level 6 and he's still gonna be level 4, I'm pretty sure. Unless he can get out here pretty soon.
Oh, nice Roik buff. Picks up the haste rune. This is one hallmark of the lone druid in the mid lane. He is very good at denying runes.
Yeah, he has completely turned this matchup back in his favor. Like, you think about how far he was behind, and now they're going to be even again pretty soon. Yep. Like, and some of that's neutrals as well on the Ember.
Especially now that he's got a TP out, does come back, but it's a 150 net worth gap. Small edge for Iceberg.
And that's with multiple arrows mid and stuff, too.
Roaming Marana. Let's see it, Aloha Dance. They are pretty much letting the DK free farm. He's #1 on net worth as expected.
Koikva worried that the Marana was up on the high ground, even throws the scan out because he's not sure where Aloha Dance is. But now their ward's going to spot him. They have a ward on top of a Radiant ward. Aloha Dance way in behind here. Taiga has to play this really cool right now. Oh, their courier, though. Oh, yeah, now he's going to know.
All right. Gank attempt thwarted. And Aloha Dance, he's just going to TP back up. Says, I've spent enough time trying to roam.
Time to arrow the catapult.
Let's get some
XP. What Marana support can do. Save it! Save it! Ah, Mickey! No, I mean, obviously we have the vision, but he didn't know they was TPing up there. This is what every support Marana does.
Yep. Yeah. Got to play around the siege creeps. That's a lot of damage. Okay, tanking her up. Good first ult for the DK. Gets the tower down to about 50% HP.
Yes.
Yeah, but imagine if he had the reactions to make that save there. That would have been so sick.
Yep. Those few moments where you actually want to get hit by the Marana arrow.
Now, this looks like the Marana that I'm used to seeing. The wild arrows thrown out like, oh, I almost had him. All right, gonna run back to the fountain for a bit.
I almost had him. At least he's got that Sage's mask.
Is there any worse ally in pubs, though? I feel like the support Marana being picked up, I'd rather have support Pudge, actually. I feel like there's a better chance of a good performance from my support Pudge player than my support Marana player.
I've heard more people in pubs complain about position 4 Wind Ranger picks. I think partially because Marana just doesn't get snagged as much, but Yeah, she's pretty high on that list. I don't know if I'd prefer a Pudge, though.
I just feel like the arrow never hits. At least the hook sometimes hits.
But at least she can use Moonlight Shadow to smoke your team instead of...
Oh, they never use that. Come on. What are you talking about?
It's pretty easy.
They use it for themselves.
Well, that's where you got to communicate. You go, yo, dog, let's pop it. I'm ready. And then, you know, you just got to belittle them a little bit, and eventually they'll use it for you.
It is harder to yell your Pudge and be like, yo, hit that hook.
Right. You know, like at least Mirana, it's like, you don't have to do anything. Just, you're on the other side of the map. Just hit R. I'll do the heavy lifting.
Oh, man, he's looking for a spot. He's running mid. He's leaping. He's trying to get here in time. He's like, all right, replay's coming. I got to get here. All right, check the wind. Triangulate. What's the speed? Here's the arrow. I can't get it. Creep wave's there. All right, hold him still. Ah, yes! I'm the greatest.
But can they actually kill him? The Druid ult, very powerful. They actually don't have the damage. He's just too tanky. They're going to commit for it. The Ember Spirit very low. This could backfire on Iceberg. Shadow Realm, not enough as he sips the bottle. Also the healing from the Purifying Flames. Kick in just in time.
Oh, now he's coming back. Insania. He wasn't ready for it.
Arrow. Ooh. The close one. Is Insania going to live? It looks like it. Mick A comes with a turn. Dragon Tail. Remnant in. Oh, Iceberg finds it. Goes all in. Knows he's likely to die regardless.
Yeah. He couldn't go for the Purifying Flames. He's still the Flame Guard. So he just didn't want to mess it up and end up healing him as down bottom. Yeah, General. Also going to fall to the Bedlam.
And Boxy might get Always Want to Fly. Drop the arena for this. Hit him with a spear. Always Want to Fly. He's got blind.
He's going to get him. Here we go.
He's going to be close. He's got it. Snipes him with the spear. Well, that's 3 dead for Fly to Moon across the map.
Yeah, that was a bloody minute there.
Not ideal.
Usually those fights happen at the outposts. But both teams had one, so... I guess that's also partially why Iceberg ran up there, right? Because that let them keep that outpost. So.
And it does feel a little bit similar to that first game, though, where the Slark isn't the one getting pressured. So
Taiga, they were about to smoke, dude. Taiga's like, TP 3 heroes in the mid lane at 11 minutes? Yeah, okay.
This seems suspicious.
Now, they don't even know if they're going to anymore. They want to smoke down bottom. General's making the call. He says, yo, hurry, hurry. They're diving me. Team?
Not going to be able to live here. Yeah. That's a level 3 Breathe Fire. Quite a bit of damage with the spear.
And they tried mid instead, but that Cursed Crown.
Arrow connects. No follow-up.
Yeah. Who's got the dust? Anybody? You guys ready for the next one? They'll have dust for the next Moonlight Shadow. They weren't ready for that one.
Well, the Mirana just hit level 6, you know.
It's true. You always get one.
It's all space for V-Tune.
Hey, we finally got double Bracer again. I feel like I've seen a single Bracer Soul Ring so many times now, I don't even expect it anymore for the DK players. Probably why he has no mana, too.
Right. And not yet level 10, but without a Soul Ring, I imagine you have to take the mana regen talent.
Yeah, I would think so.
I mean... We see some DKs get both.
Yeah.
The talent and Soul Ring. Neither's just miserable. Blink Dagger is out, though, on the Dragon Knight, so it's always a big deal.
All right, Quagga is level 10.5 right now. This bear is getting scary.
Yeah, him and DK have both pretty much just been planted in lanes. Both level 10.
That was a bird.
And he does go mana regen. Okay, good.
And a couple clarities to boot.
And Koikva, you know what he's going to do on the Druid. It's pretty much the same build every game. Mask of Madness into Deso. This is the go-to.
I think he still goes Maelstrom sometimes if it's like a PL and stuff, but yeah.
Oh, that would make sense. I don't think we've seen the Maelstrom, at least in the first 2 items, in any of the games in the group stage.
The reduction talent's an interesting discussion versus Slark, though, when you think about it, because it lasts a stupid long time. It lasts 11 seconds, and it's base damage reduction against a hero that goes all agi, right? So you would think that seems insanely strong, but he also constantly dispels.
Also true.
But I don't know, man. Like, just getting that... If you got that after a Dark Pack, that seems kind of crazy good.
Even if you can keep it up like 30% of the time, that's a good amount of reduction. We'll see always when a fly go down in the mid. It's a big fight. Liquid being the initiators. And FTM might just back out. The Slark started to move over, and he just goes right back to farming. So they'll sack this tower. Now the Ember gets initiated on. A lot of disable as the arena flies. That's a misplay from Iceberg. Commit or don't, but just hanging out is not the play.
This looks so much like last game. They did almost the exact same maneuver, right? With their whole roster on Liquid. And V-Tune was also still doing the same thing. I haven't talked a lot about him this game because his lane went really well. He's also very farmed.
He's got the defusal. He's number 1 on... Dude, this is a carbon copy of game number 1.
Yeah, this game's actually feeling extremely similar.
Mickey, he'll be okay. Blinks back. General comes in. Pumping the Rolling Thunder. Might need to use it here. Okay, DK loses the Elder Dragon form.
I liked this change to Swashbuckle, by the way, where they reduced the cast range, because it was really far. Like, 1,000 such a long distance, especially because it starts that way at level 1, too. Like, it doesn't scale at all. So, like, in the laning stage, it was so obnoxious. So, at least turning that down a little bit was good, and then just extending the Swashbuckle attack range, because then that's going to make the Agnums better. But anyway.
Ooh.
Insania forced to ult himself. And look, you saw right there. That was a brief fire. Just instantly, it was gone.
Insania might pop here. They're going to dive under the tower. General Rolling Thunder, a buyback from Insania, but the Ignis comes down. Mars getting crowd controlled into oblivion. He falls second. Now Liquid looking for an angle to maybe find some recovery kills. Iceberg gets Savage Roared.
That's a hard catch, though. Back. They don't really have anything.
Hoping for a big root there. General and...
Mickey,
though. Mickey finds him right away.
Yeah, this is where the catch went. He went back here.
And TP
he got caught out,
interrupted.
I think he's dead, yeah.
Never refuse gold given.
Well,
he did not respect the potential play. Oh, now Lawhead's actually caught too.
1 leap. Second leap, Cursed Crown, trying to mitigate the Bedlam. Was that a Shadow Realm miss? Uphill?
Yeah, I believe so.
Kind of feel like that spell should have True Strike. Uphill misses on that are pretty rough.
Yeah, but then what if you get the Agnums? That would be a little bit broken.
That's a good point. I didn't really think about the Agnums.
You see Boxy is... I love people who have now started queuing up the neutral items.
Oh, that's something.
Where is their mango tree? They have one.
Oh, going for a play on V-Tune, but not going to happen. Second item, BKB for V-Tune. I like it. Not doing anything fancy here.
Middle tower is under attack.
Very safe, predictable, but... Again, I like the way he's playing this Slark. 2-1-2 at 16 minutes. Number 1 on net worth. Also number 1 on CS. 141 creep kills. Very much dedicated to the economy. This man understands the meta.
He's looking to sync up with his Ember, right? Because he's going to have the double slight with the Coddle, and then he is his Deso just about done. He just needs the Blightstone. And then when that Deso gets applied to a bunch of heroes, that's when Slark just wants to BKB and start right-clicking everybody.
Yeah. Arrow hits on Mickey, but they save him. Insania was sitting right there. Now they want to go in onto Iceberg. He gets brought down low, but no commitment past that. More heroes from Liquid rotating in. The dust comes out, misses the Mirana. Moonlight Shadow going to keep them safe.
They're basically just running from the tower, though. A lot of Dance is making the call to start pushing the other 2 lanes because they know they can't really defend bottom. They're going to glyph to guard the creeps from most of the multi-shot.
They will find Aloha Dance. They're going to need a little more stun. Root, Cursed Crown. They've got it with the Shadow Realm. General is going to get that tier 1 tower mid. It looks like maybe not. They're going to rotate just in time.
But now he's coming down bottom.
Top, but it's a real fight in the bottom lane. Ignis drops. Mickey, he's in deep. Rolling Thunder comes out, and they're going to find the Oracle stuck on the side. The Bear gets brought down. Koikba with the resummon. There is an arena available, and now they'll drop it. Ember low, Slark stunned up, but does have an ulti. He might still be able to survive this. Savage Roar, rooted up. V-Tune, he's in trouble, trying to get out. The Coddle gives him a chakra, and Iceberg turns it on to the Willow. It's a messy fight, but ends up favoring FTM. Now the retreat. Liquid trying to get out with all their cores still intact. Koikva might get left behind. The ultimate soon to expire. B-Tune in hot pursuit, leaps forward, has the defusal. That's an inhibit there, Trent.
Mm-hmm.
He inhibited his prospects.
Probably from being enlightened off the tomes of knowledge.
And the triple tip. Oh! Koik was tilted.
Yeah, I would say those panic pings from Insania kind of said it all. When he saw the stunned Ember and pinged him like 80 times, like, guys, you got to kill Ember. You got to kill Ember, because he was stunned inside the arena, but then he got out and survived, and that was the end of that fight, because Iceberg stayed at like 15 to 20% HP and just kept sliding over and over and just making the fight easy peasy. Yep.
Yeah. I actually thought the Ember was dead. As soon as he got stuck in the arena, I moved my camera somewhere else. I was kind of surprised they couldn't kill him. I mean, it looked like a great setup for Liquid, and then just nobody died, and all of a sudden it got turned on. Insania got stuck in the trees.
They just got way too
rolling on him. Yeah, it was too spread out. The DK got behind the tower while the rest of the team was still sort of on the dire side of the tower. It was very awkward.
I mean, talk about carbon copy again. It was just greed. Like they didn't play as a unit, just like last time when they kind of lost that little bit of momentum they were gaining. They killed Aloha Dance, but instead of trying to come back to this fight, they kept going north to get General off the tower, and they thought they could just finish that tier 2 in the bottom lane. But then General, he just basically leapfrogs over them with the TP and starts to fight down bottom, and now they're just going forward with the full BKB now as they jump Nikkei.
Although the Slark, can he get off a BKB here? It's a lot of stun lock. Fear into the Cursed Crown. Just barely gets it in time and stops the spear. Now B-Tune trying to go to work. They do kill Taiga inside the Ignis. The Slark very low. Could still go down here. Has to retreat as the BKB expires. Now Aloha Dance on the run. The double leap from him. And I think the Mirana is going to get left behind. It'll be a 1-for-1. Maybe a little too aggressive out of FTM. There was a buyback on Taiga, though. So we'll look at the recap. And yeah, it is going to be a small gold swing favoring FTM.
They're smoking. They're just going right out. And they want to make use the rest of this Dragon Form and the Blink Dagger. But man, V2 that was so close knocking that BKB off.
Iceberg
jump mid, and he's just
on
out
the
there.
Run. Looks like always want to fly. Going to tank this one.
He tipped Foxy too again.
Yeah, there's this weird dynamic, though, when the Slark is playing relatively passive in terms of focusing on farm instead of forcing fights. And when Liquid are the aggressors, they dive the towers and stuff, it's very easy for Slark to make those rotations and play cleanup. He's now pretty far ahead on net worth. Still struggling to handle the straight 5v5 of Liquid right now, which is pretty darn strong.
So we missed that, at least I did, when he blinked in. He dodged the Dragon Tail, eh?
Who did?
The Ember.
Oh.
So because they blinked in range for him, and I was like, how did Iceberg just get out of there? I thought maybe they just didn't kill him during it, but cast ability Dragon Tail 25.89 and at 0.05, so like 15.15 later he sleight of fisted, so he dodged it.
I see. It was a clutch slight dodge. Very good. All right, so not I guess less a misplay from Liquid and more a big play from Iceberg.
Yep.
Very nice. Well, either way, BKB going to be up next for Iceberg, so he has a solution in mind. And old Slarky, he wants to go for the Scotty.
And General is going for that Aghanims too, after the Maelstrom again. Not with the Basher, kind of interesting. And it's done. Wow. Okay, I saw it queued up, but I did not realize he had 3,000 gold.
Lane. Foxy, net comes down. He's stuck inside of his own arena. Buyback on the Mars. Wow, they actually want to take this fight. Ignis drop to try to make the retreat. Always want to fly, will get dusted. And again, he's going to be left behind, and he'll kind of tank this rotation from Liquid.
They want the Roche, I think, is what they're scared of giving up.
Yeah, those are two pretty aggressive buybacks from Liquid, though. I kind of feel like they might be forcing it a little too much. I mean, it stinks that the Mars dies, but that's another swing in favor of Fly to Moon despite getting that kill on the Coddle. Like, now the Ember is number 2 on net worth. They're edging a big lead. 7K net worth all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Dare I say these buybacks have not been worth it.
Well, they haven't converted on anything after, have they? Other than killing Always Want to Fly, I think, twice now?
Yeah, they've killed the Coddle twice, and it's worth basically nothing. I mean, I don't even think they recoup the cost of the buyback, let alone the initial death before the buyback takes place.
They need a very big bear.
They do. And speaking of the Bears' sheer size, titanic in nature, he will go for the MKB up next. So he's making progress, but Koikva is getting outscaled by this Slark right now. He's a good 3K behind. This Scotty's going to come out before the MKB for sure.
Well, what does a fight look like for Liquid that they win? I guess no arrow connection is obviously a pretty big deal. Boxy only has the Yules, man. He is just dead.
This is looking like it's going to be a dieback. Yule Scepter does save him from the arrow, but now the BKB from Slark. Save from Insania. Let's see if this False Promise can actually do it. In comes the Willow. They're trying to kill General, but he's actually surviving pretty well. Boxy and Insania both go down. General is going to be the trade, but now V-Tune finds his way onto Taiga and has to back out. It's a 1-for-2, not favoring Liquid, and it's not done yet. Iceberg jumps back in, tries to finish off the Willow. He is going to get stunned by the Curse Crown, it looks like.
They've got Will-O-Wisp in 3 seconds. They can kill these guys with the Slark.
They're really trying to kill this Ember, but it's going to be tough. They drop the Will-O-Wisp on top of Mickey. Now it's going to be the DK that they target. He's tanky, but they might have the tools to bring him down. Slark connects with the Pounce. He'll be leashed in place, but they still can't finish him off. Bedlam on the other side. This Willow actually kills the Iceberg Ember Spirit. Great play from Taiga to save this team fight and actually level it out and push back Flight of Moon. It was incredible that Taiga survived that whole time and was actually able to turn it onto a big kill.
Yeah, I guess he got him with the Cursed Crown and the Bedlam. God, Bedlam does so much damage if you actually lock someone down.
Taiga's so good at playing around this Shadow Realm, using it to get back into a defensive position, but still do some damage with the auto attack.
I mean, he took 1,000 damage in like under a second and a half. That is crazy.
Bedlams. The Bedlam's nasty.
Yeah, 7 hits of the Bedlam when you catch them solo like that.
It isn't Willow one of those heroes that you know she's not that great in the meta, but when you see a really good Willow player, you just have that, God, I gotta play some of this.
Yeah, she's got that Earth Spirit effect, dude. Like she draws people to spam her because you start playing her and you just realize how versatile she is and like how any hero that can get solo kills, that's the kind that people love to spam, right?
She's a great solo queue support pick.
Yeah.
You feel like you can actually do stuff even if your team isn't doing well. And being able to solo cores as a support is just stupidly satisfying. Those are some of the reasons why we play Dota. Small misstep for FTM, though. They still have a pretty massive lead, and even though they kill the Ember, they don't kill the Slark. So V-Tune still continuing to get some momentum. General has to be going Basher next item, right?
You know what? I actually, I think so. I mean, he has the axe. He's got to. But I was really surprised by how quick it was surviving through all of that. And that worries me for when the Scotty comes out, because it was just all the lifesteal, right? Like, that's what was keeping him up the entire time. And if that Scotty starts interacting with the life link, it's going to be very interesting to see how much better, or how much worse it is for him, for the spirit link, sorry. Fishing arrow there for the smoke.
I'm asking about that Basher, because I'm starting to feel like this Pango will really start to feel like a bit of a
he dodged
carry.
it again!
Wow, beautiful slight. The Slark did get disarmed, but still pops the BKB. A nice Ignis comes down. They're trying to kill this DK. Again, Mickey, very tanky. Arrow flies through, does not connect. The Oracle still has the False Promise himself. General killed inside of the arena. This split fight is not favoring FTM. However, they do kill Taiga. A 1-for-1, but a buyback with the Pango will give FTM the superior numbers.
They need the
Moonlight
roots.
Shadow. They're trying to kill Ember again, but they need more damage. They stun on this DK, and the Ember's still alive. The Bear not attacking. The buyback on the Pango, well worth it. This Aghanim's doing so much damage. Insania goes down. He's just exploding with swashbuckles. Now Mickey on the run. He might be tanky enough to survive unless Loha Dance can clutch an arrow here, and he shoots it the wrong way. Had to take a coin flip. Doesn't find it this time. Oh, that was close.
I am flabbergasted that ever survived.
Yeah, me too.
I can't believe that, dude. I guess because Taiga died so early, right?
Was the Bear disarmed, or was Koikva just too far away so the Bear couldn't auto-attack?
He might have got pushed back. I didn't even see the Bear attacking right at the end, because the Bear was going, and then I think it just got blinded and pushed back, and they just got zoned off.
It's true. Between the blind, the disarms and the blinds, the Pango Coddle. Pango with an Ags plus Coddle is pretty serious in terms of mitigation in these team fights. I guess there's an MKB on the Bear, on the actual Bear now, so less so.
Yeah.
But
You know, it was just like the physical movement of the blinding light, though, is what was getting him.
Yes, yes.
Dire are
But it was
scanning.
odd. At the very, very end there, the bear was just kind of standing next to the Ember, and I'm not sure what happened. Very nervous.
But just pushed far away.
Yeah, that was my thought. Very nervous for Liquid right now, though.
I mean, they're holding it steady. Like, this
They
lead
are.
has been 7K for the past, like, 5 minutes.
But don't you feel like they're just going to get outscaled? Like, this is the great illusion. You got 3 really tanky cores against a Slark. And at 25 minutes, yeah, you're right. Slark can't kill him. But just you wait. They're not really killing the Slark either. He's 4-1 and 7. In another 10 minutes, this Slark is going to be ripping people apart. The Scotty is done.
It's the lack of these kills onto Iceberg, too. Like, it would just be so much better if they'd gotten him those, like, couple times where he looked like he was going to fall. But if he lives, man, these Imp Claws and Deso is just, it's brutal. Now they're going to smoke in with this Scotty.
Big moment.
Underneath the ward, too.
Power Spike, Arrow, Fishing Expedition, not going to connect, but they are going to find Koikba. Another spread out
he is here.
fight. The Ignis comes down. Slark starting to stack up some Essence Shift. He wants to get Insania, misses the pounce, but does force out the False Promise. Now they're going to start to converge on the Slark, and he is completely surrounded. They might kill him before he can even BKB.
Oh, again!
But he gets off his ultimate. They just don't have the damage. Now he's going to turn with the right clicks. He's sustaining back up. This could be bad for Liquid, though they do kill Iceberg. A 1-for-1.
They still have Arena for the chase down, too.
This is turning into a really good fight for Liquid all of a sudden. Mickey catches one more. They got the damage this time. That makes it a 2-for-1. A favorable trade for the Dire. They repel the Scotty.
God, if I was like Liquid Org watching this, I would just be dying. Like, they're so close to getting these humongous kills that they need so desperately, and then the Slark again just narrowly survives. Also, nice outpost capture there from General. He took it up top right before 30 minutes, so they didn't get any XP on the Dire.
Oh, that is big. Boys
Yeah,
gonna
550 each,
fly. He's going to get surrounded. Okay, that'll make it kind of a 3-for-1.
Now, do you Roche is the question.
Probably. You've got the Deso.
So do you buy back?
It's not that long on the timers. I guess not. Liquid think it's too risky.
I would have thought it would be so fast with the Deso, but it's so hard to judge with
MKB
Roche
even.
these days now.
Yeah, you're right. I think Slark needs a basher, and yeah, there you go. Abyssal Blade queued up next. This is going to be the 4th item that will enable him to be very scary.
I just hope General gets a basher still.
Radiant are
I
scanning.
hope he doesn't put it off because of like the Slark having one or whatever. It's so good with his Ags. Is there an argument for Diffusal? Because that item's also busted with it. It actually is a pretty good game for it, but... So that whole fight went kind of poor because of the way Insania played it, right? The way that he dove back under the tower like that, forcing them to dive with both V2 and the Ember. Like, they have to commit because they just don't want that false promise coming out of a worse situation. But that was why I think it started to turn so poor. Is like the rest of Fly to Moon wasn't really that deep near the tower to assist. And Insania just drew them way under. Oh, man, I would not want to be this far on this side of the map as Liquid. Like, do they even have good vision on the pit? They don't see
Dire's
anything
top
over here right
is
now.
under attack.
A little scary, though, at the same time. Flight of Moon... Okay, they do have that Deso on Ember. I sort of forgot about that. I guess they can kill it pretty quick.
Oh, they saw Boxy. They know he blinked.
TP... Oh, they got him!
Oh, they got him.
The chains connect, and yep, they'll put him to rest.
You know what's great? I was actually watching from their vision, and they still couldn't see him after, right? And so that arrow was still like blind. Like, they knew where the bola was, but that was kind of cool. Now Boxy pings like, oh, they definitely have a ward up here, guys, but no, they didn't. Boxy, you just got caught.
Sometimes you just get got. Here we go. Smoke towards the pit. The buyback from Boxy. This is the fight. Iceberg will go down.
That's the big one.
That's what they need to do. Just combo down the Ember, and he does not have a buyback. I think he's short on gold. 100
Time to
gold
stop
short.
the slight dodges, you know? Time to just go for the BKB button.
Roshan does fall pretty fast, down to about half HP. Flight of Moon probably just going to let this go. You've got Pango Coddle. Really good tools to try to slow this down. And okay, General jumps in. Maybe thinking Roche was a little bit lower, hoping to snatch an Aegis or maybe even the Roche itself. He does slow things down, though. A little extra
They gotta
space
give
for
it
the
up, though.
Slark.
Fallen to the Dire.
Well, I definitely thought this was second Roche, actually.
Negative, my friend. Also, not Friday.
Thank you for also letting me know that.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, I biffed it on a sales call yesterday. I thought it was whatever day it wasn't.
How embarrassing.
Yeah. Well, at least we have an excuse now. I was making that mistake even when I didn't have a good excuse beyond. Yeah, that's esports, bud.
Well, Liquid, despite not like closing down the net worth lead, the game feels better.
Yes,
right?
It does. It feels like their tankiness is kind of scaling along with Fly to Moon's damage. They are definitely having trouble killing these big cores. The DK has been this target they can't bring down, who now has a 10-second BKB.
Yeah, but why does it feel good? The only reason it feels good is because you just 100-0'd the Ember twice, right?
It's a big
He's
part
just getting blown up in 2 fights in a row, so...
But they have the tools to do that. Like, those just felt like, hey, we finally got our CC chain.
Yeah, but...
Like, they could do it again.
It is still possible.
Those weren't like crazy lucky shackles or something. I mean, they still have a lot of tools.
Oh my god, dude. He was invis on the run. They actually saw him.
Us does connect, but they can't get there in time. Man, that was close. Liquid had the right idea. Kind of a heartbreaker that they couldn't get anything out of it. Bottom has Guardians, by the way, too. Aloha Dance is actually somewhat sustainable. He's going to go for that Spirit Vessel next. Will also help.
Kind of a late one, but... Oh, he gets Yule's up here. There's no detection, though, but oh, yeah, Tower's there.
Beard and... Yep, they got that big old detector.
And once you can spear him into it, it's pretty helpful.
So these are the moments where I look at this and go, okay, not good for the Mirana to get caught, but it does pull them back into the tier 2. In some ways,
you get an additional catch here. Like,
I mean, this is just more space. Like, Slark is closing in on the Abyssal Blade. They are going to go onto the Ember now. He pops his BKB. Searing Chains on 2. And Fly to Moon will just back out. They don't want to fight 4v5. But I think once this Abyssal Blade comes, though, I'm actually afraid of VTune. I think he is getting close to that point where he'll be able to chew through some of the tankier cores.
Dude, General's going for it. He's going for the Diffusal instead of the Basher.
Huh.
I kind of like it, because it's going to make the Mars worthless. He's going to have no mana.
I mean, kind of the DK, too, in some ways.
Yeah, he can get burned down pretty fast as well.
Remember, he doesn't have a Soul Ring. That's something that we've taken for granted that almost every DK is buying these days.
It's true. He's got the 3 mangoes hanging out.
All right. That's the discount Soul Ring.
Yeah. It's all right when you get the mango tree. So one thing that's nice is at least the Diffusal is reliable, right? Like, you know what it's going to do every time, and it has the added slow. And Boxy, I think, is just dead, right? He has Yules, but... like.
Yes, this is what I'm talking about. Now the Slark can just straight solo it. And Boxy, he gets off the stun, but it's not going to matter for anything. Pango.
Nick's here, though. He's looking for someone in the back line. Can't see it. Always want to fly because it is nighttime.
Backdoor protection on the tower. He's not going to be able to kill it. Liquid in a bit of a precarious position. They could get wrapped around on. I'm not sure if FTM want to go for it. And no, they won't.
Again, fighting into
no Moonlight. Still, fighting into Aegis without the Mars, though.
Yeah, but they might have
an option.
I mean, I assume they know that he doesn't have buyback because it's like still 3 minutes away. But they still had the O-post, and either way, no time to fight when there's neutrals to grab. With the 37-minute mark being hit, now they're dropping some fast. The Timeless Relic. Oh, who wants it?
And a Spell Prism. Spell Prism for Fly to Moon. Who do you give that to? Is it...
Man, these Agi carry players love this Illusion Cape.
Oh, dude, Spell Prism on Pango with Ags is dirty.
Yeah, that's very nice.
That is insanely good. And Ember takes the Havoc Hammer. Can he actually do anything with this, or does he just want the stats? 30 damage, 18 strength.
I mean, I guess it probably works while you're...
middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, I don't know. That's kind of interesting.
It doesn't... There's no cast on Havoc Hammer, is there? It's just instant?
No, there's an active. Or what do you... Oh, yeah, no, it's instant, yeah.
It's instant,
you just hit it and it just happens.
So you just chain them and then you can hit them. It's a little extra damage. He's got 100 strength.
Yeah, the only problem with it, it's not like E-Blade where it's like your attribute, as you said. It's like actually based on your strength. But yeah, I mean, he is some tanky with it.
We often knock on this item. That's why I'm kind of intrigued to see him actually carrying it right now. But yeah, I guess there's just no better option. Minotaur Horn will go in the hands of Slark.
Yeah, I was gonna say he had the Illusionist Cape, and like I often, you know, I speaking of knocking items, Illusionist Cape is one of those ones where it's like, I don't know, I think people are a little overrating it. I don't actually think it's that good on Lycan, which I know people. I don't think like 10% is cool and all, but I don't think you need 10% more on your Lycan. I feel like there's usually a better item with like Minotaur Horns and stuff, but alas.
Yeah. I think I have an inflated sense of Illusionist Cloak because I've seen it on Morphling so many times, and it's so good.
It's really good on like all the Agi ones.
Uh-oh, they're going to catch Iceberg. Great catch from Liquid. Again, he does not have a buyback. And what do we do? Fly to Moon pinging like they want to pressure the tier 3, but Liquid going to do the exact same thing, and they've still got a lot of time on Elder Dragon form. I don't think this is a battle you want to get into. They'll leave the Slark up top. Ember's buyback, he's 900 gold short, so he will not have it.
I can't believe Iceberg's game. Like, the way it's turned, he dodges like 2 of these in a row, and now he just keeps getting picked 100%. He needs a Lincolns, frankly. Like,
yeah.
I don't know about this AC. Just get the Lincolns or something, dude.
Yeah, it's like the BKB's good if you can use it, but if they can full to zero you. Tier 3 will go down. General trying to break things up, just bouncing around, delaying it. They drop the Abyssal Blade.
I don't know if you want to Abyssal him.
He's doing a lot of damage. Remember, Slark is taking barracks up top right now. He's gotten to tier 3, so all FTM have to do is hold here, not get completely rolled. General does get taken down, but he does have a buyback. Liquid not
all you have to do is hold versus DK and Lone Druid, guys.
Well, all right, delay. That's the better word here, and they are delaying. Ignis comes down. They've gotten the melee barracks. Range still standing. Slark did the same up top, and now Slark's back in the party. This fight could turn dark for Liquid. They have the superior numbers right now, but there's the buyback on the Pango. Koikba in big trouble. Does get the ultimate from Oracle, but I don't think Insania is going to have enough heals to save him. Koikba absolutely going to pop. Now the mass exodus. The TP's out. That's not good for FTM, but it's not really great for Liquid either. You trade evenly on barracks. They do win the gold exchange because they forced that buyback on the Pango.
Yeah, but I mean, they just got completely burnt on the side of Liquid, I think. That's awful to have happen to you. Very well played by Fly to Moon. As you said, delay. I mean, I was kind of getting around, but they actually managed to... Though that Will-O-Wisp just... It can't die. I don't know what it is about this ability. But teams are incapable of killing it, and they just kept going the whole time, delaying that push. And how many stacks is he still at? 24. He's got 72 bonus agi right now.
No buyback.
Some fire on this man.
On the LD either. Again, I don't know how deep FTM will go, but Liquid not...
Boxy, what happened?
They jump out with BKBs. Now the arena flies.
They actually killed him again.
Are they going to kill the Slark too? What? That's huge.
Iceberg. I mean, he's a pretty chill guy. I played with him before because we were on this little team thing, and he was super chill and funny and everything like that, and he never raged once, but my God, I would be raging right now. Like, he must feel like he's throwing.
He's just dying with his BK... Like, both those heroes had BKBs that they couldn't use. That's how much stun lock was put in there. The arena
his
plus
Slark was still on cooldown, to be fair.
Oh, was it? Okay. My bad. The Embers was available.
Although, to be fair, I didn't check his Minotaur horns, so maybe he had that.
Quite possibly.
But, I mean, seriously, how many times in a row? Is that 4 times in a row Iceberg's just died?
I think so. I agree. I think he desperately needs the Lincolns. He just has to break up this CC chain so that he has a chance to react.
It's just like that. You just never see this where literally a DK just blink stuns the same guy 4 times and he just dies over and over. Like, I know they don't have a save hero, but damn.
Backdoor protection kicks in. Liquid trying to get something out of this opportunity. But just some chip damage. Regardless, an amazing hold for Liquid. And now Roshan, how long?
A minute, I think.
50 seconds. Yeah. Wow, what a weird game. I don't know who has the advantage right now.
Between the racks trading and heroes just dying. Oh, here we go. The level 25 Lone Druid, though.
Hero and Tangle cooldown. Okay.
No, that's the 20.
Oh yeah. The BAT. Oh, there you go.
It got switched, I believe. I think that used to actually be reversed.
Yeah, I got baited.
Yeah.
Just when
Either way.
Look how fast his bear attacks, though. And that's without his mask going. Like, that's... Yeah. And that's
Scary
without
stuff.
the AC buff, too, right? Because that's on DK, so there you go.
I'm still feeling like FTM have options here. Like, they've got a 7k net worth lead, but it doesn't feel like they're in control. They will smoke up and use
Do they have
Moonlight
detection? They
Shadow.
don't have any detection down right now. They have dust on Boxy.
This wraparound could work. Iceberg, he
Oh my
sees
god,
them.
he's just under them.
He just walks in. He pops the BKB this time. They'll find the Oracle. They can't kill Insania in time, but now he's going to work onto Boxy. The Ignis also flies. Very spread out, but Taiga goes down. Liquid getting caught here. The lack of detection hurting. Koikba now the target.
They want
Buyback from
Iceberg.
Taiga. They will get Iceberg again. Now trying to get out of dodge. FTM going to be in trouble. It's a 1 for 2, and they might find Slark. No BKB, no ult. Another great
Just
Dragon
backpacked
Tail. They've got the Sphere, and that's it. That's a dead Slark. They have buybacks on all 3, but now Liquid will walk right into the Roche pit.
Boxy's like, yeah, it's an illusion. The old cape playing tricks on them.
Wow. Dude, Liquid are just completely turning this around.
And that was terrifying considering how late that sentry came down. Iceberg panicked because he thought there's no way I'm walking into these 5 heroes and they don't see me, and he just sleight of fisted right away, and that's when they dropped the sentry. So like, oh god, they're under us right now. And they instantly buy a gem because that was way too close.
Oh, that's certainly a good reaction. What's
I
your
think
2
this-
standing in the top?
This guy might be a critical mass dude. Like, he's gonna send that courier, go get some big items for Mickey.
Starting to agree. This DK driving the game with this Blink Dragon Tail. They get the tier 3. That's the buyback on the Ember. They're trying to hold this Slark buyback.
Amazing what you'll find laying around.
And this is a tough call. Do you sack the barracks and save the buyback? Can you even win this fight if you buy back? Tango's not here. He's trying to push out down bottom.
Backdoor means nothing. Now it's canceled again anyway.
All right, that's the lane of barracks. Liquid find an advantage.
I gotta say, this Pango hasn't been popping off as much as I'd hope. Oh, he buys the Lincolns. There you go. He'll protect Iceberg. That he kind of needs the Lincolns for the Abyssal, right? Because they were using that to cancel his ulti.
Is this Lincoln's enough? These team fights are so hard to read, where I thought if they could just break up the CC chain, it'd be easy for Fly to Moon, but that last fight proved different. You know, they were the ones that started it. I think the Dragon Tail didn't... He got the BKB right away on Ember. I don't know if it disjointed the potential Dragon Tail or what.
No, then he went after the supports and everything after, so...
Yeah, which is fine. I mean, we've seen how much damage Taiga can do.
I mean, all that happened was that he just got, again, stunned up after the BKB. And then he just got 100-0'd again. It's like they need that Will-O-Wisp to come out at the right moment, you know? That's kind of the big key that's been missing is the Will-O-Wisp in combination with the Rolling Thunder. We haven't seen that, like, full-on 3 or 4 man being chained and comboed together with the Slark building up all those stacks to start the fights. That's kind of how the earlier game went and how you'd still be expecting it to be. Because, like, what's their BKB status? 8 seconds on the DK. And that's, what? 9 seconds still on the Mars. So that window has definitely closed by quite a bit in these last few engagements, for sure. Hard to make good use of your Will-O-Wisp when you have BKBs to fight into.
Yeah. Can't forget there's a BKB on Koikva's Bear. So this thing is... It also has a Mind Breaker. Like, this thing is nasty right now.
It hits so fast with Masquerades, dude.
And so hard.
Yeah.
Like,
20 plus 352.
pretty good. All right, high ground we go. Liquid ready to do this. Slark is not here right now, has not TP'd back yet. So far, this Pango is doing some solid work against Mickey. He does have the Aegis, but of course, it's DK. He's a shapeshifter. That was a strikingly good hold for Fly to Moon. The Slark didn't even have to come back. He was just farming. Like, you guys got this. I know. I know. Don't worry.
Yeah, considering there was a minute 42 left on the Aegis, that was... I don't know. I guess maybe they just want to spend some of their gold first, buy some more items, play this a little bit safer, considering how the last offensive forays have gone. All right, what do we got? We got the Paladin Sword now, and they're going to smoke up.
We got Satanic on Slark, but he's gone all in on it. No buyback available. This is risky. Will he get the bisky?
Oh, they saw. Was Mickey not smoked? I guess he wasn't. Because for a second they thought his smoke popped, and that's why they thought the Murano was real for a moment. But Insani had already walked past it, so it just looked really strange.
Liquid looking for the angle. Remember, this is elimination, folks. For those of you just joining us.
Yeah.
Fly to Moon up 1-0 in the best of 3.
V-Tune, he might show up here, and Boxy's nearby. Ooh. V-Tune's like, nope. V-Tune's pinging him.
The aggression up. And remember, they have a gem in the hands of the Mars.
Yeah, it might be time to check this high ground. Obviously, you know, we know this is in existence here, but it's just one of those things that those Radiant teams always look for to keep the game going. They're gonna smoke to this. This is their big fight. This is their moment. They need the big Will-O-Wisp. They gotta try and catch anything but the bear. Like chaining this bear before BKB, that feels impossible. V-Tune's coming in behind. He's revealing on the Oracle.
The wrap around. Is this going to be worth it? He doesn't get off the BKB. Can they stun lock him down? He does not have buyback. The Slark dies. V-Tune. You went all in on those.
I would be voice chatting so hard right now. I was insane.
Oh my.
You die. Yeah.
Well, can they hold? FTM with 1 lane of barracks left. They still have a building down bottom and a glyph. General jumps in. God, he's 1,700 gold away from buyback. They have to hold for 75 seconds.
They're going to assume he has buyback. I highly doubt that in that moment they saw the Satanic and everything. You know what I mean?
That is the upside here. He has been mostly off the map, so you would generally assume that he's got it. However, the more you pressure, the more you think, hey, he would have bought back by now if he had it. Let's go, boys. And I think that's what Liquid's thinking right now. They get the tier 3. They're starting to take this fight, but they're actually a little bit low. Boxy with the BKB. There's the Ignis. It catches the DK. Out goes General. He's no longer in the ultimate form. There's no way they'll be able to find a kill here 4v5, surely. But FTM do hold.
This Rolling Thunder has just been doing a ton for them.
Oh, yeah. This Pango Ags has proven to be a fantastic investment. He's got 6k gold. I would still like to see a Basher. I don't think there's a point where that ever becomes bad with the setup that Pango has.
I mean, he has 4,100 surplus, so he's closing in on the ability to just straight buy it.
Double damage.
If he's going all out, I guess. Yeah, I don't know why he's not just buying it. He has 4,600 surplus. He's going for something way bigger. He's going Octarine.
What? I mean, okay, the cooldown reduction is really sick with this build, but again, isn't part of that synergy with being able to get bashes out like a madman.
Yeah, that's a huge item.
Yes, it does give your Rolling Thunder a pretty significant amount of uptime, because remember, he already has the Spell Prism, so it might be...
Yeah, this is going to be some crazy shit.
That might be why he's doing it. Like, ordinarily, he wouldn't go for the Octarine, but this neutral item makes it a little more appealing,
Well, how often will he be bouncing? Because it's 2.5 seconds in the when you're ulting, right? And then he reduces that by 20. Holy shit.
It's going to be like a 1.2 second cooldown. It'll basically be... That's nuts. Okay. Well, I'm getting excited. V-Tune, my man.
That courier is going to make it. Oh, God. That was scary. All right, let's see some numbers. 25-second cooldown on the Rolling Thunder.
We also can't forget about the sustainability, right? Because now he has Spell Lifesteal. So all these swashbuckles that he's hitting are also going to keep him alive.
This is the most farm Pango I've seen in a long time. Because he's been the one who's been out split pushing. That's why he's so jacked up, right? It's not the Coddle who's been doing it. Always Want to Fly's been chilling. That's not the Always Want to Fly style. You know, he's no puppy. He doesn't go out there. He chills.
He's also not far off of a Scythe of Ice. Got 4,600 gold.
He's been saving that for a while.
Yeah.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another performance of the team formerly known as Alliance, back when they like to drag it out. They will be performing their old classic of can we take high ground or will we do it in an hour?
Dota Plus believes in Liquid. Of course, it doesn't factor in the teams of the players, but 85-15 is what Dota Plus thinks. With the gold lead basically zeroed out at this stage. Well, a pretty significant XP advantage to Liquid, about 15k in their favor.
I heard a gem get passed around.
I don't really feel like it's 85-15. Do you think it's really that much in favor of Liquid right now?
No. If I'm not mistaken, I think Dota Plus also factors in some other stuff like vision and stuff too, which can have a little bit of an impact. But either way, they get the jump on the Mickey. He will BKB.
Force a BKB, and now maybe just the reset. B-Tune uses his. Arena comes down. They destroy FTM. That's a buyback. BKB
Look how
is
tanky
down
this
as they
Pango
jump
is.
in onto the Pango. He's feared up. Can he live? He will. The Slark has just gotten out of here, though. He used his BKB and ran. Liquid take another one.
That was both of the big cores just wailing away on him. But yeah, obviously a bit of a issue there, as that was always want to fly trying to get that scythe. Now they have to worry about the Roche, and that is a Radiant Courier that has spotted it. So they know it's a refresher, no Ags here. The Dire are going to see that Courier, and down it goes. So both teams well aware that they each know about this. So no Arena, though, for 18 seconds. Foxy has the gem, so he needs to stay close for the vision in case of the Moonlight Shadow.
Kill it so fast, but they are going to back out of the pit. Roche at about 30% HP. The bear is clipped by the arrow. Pango's so good in these close corners. BKB from Mickey, but they get Insania. He'll buy back. General's still quite healthy. Maybe it's the Mirana that'll go down next. Mickey trying to finish him off, but can't.
The bear, it's so low.
Gets the Arena. Iceberg, BKB still on now. He's stunned up. Iceberg's down. Mickey still in the fray. They're going to be able to bring down General. Also, all the buybacks coming. Flight of Moon all in on this. They need some recovery kills if they want to have a chance in this game.
They need this bear. That's
starting
bear
to make this happen. Bear just destroying Iceberg, though. This could be his dieback. They've got a follow-up stun, but in comes the Pango.
The Rolling Thunder save.
Cave. Oh, he's got stick. Iceberg's going to live. But where's the damage coming from? Another BKB from B-Tune. This Slark has to do something, but the bear is destroying him. He turns.
They got to kill the bear.
False promise on the bear, and Stadia trying to save it, but they just can't. It's going to pop, but B-Tune goes down. No buyback available on the Slark. Liquid might have actually just done it. They'll lose Taiga off in the back. No bear.
That is no bear.
75.
That's a big deal. Koikpa has become useless.
And again, yeah, the Lone Drew is basically dead for 75 seconds.
Oh, man. And General just got there in time for that Rolling Thunder. He put the Lincolns on there, too, just for some additional potential protection on the Iceberg. I can't believe they couldn't finish that kill.
Still, another really bad fight for Flight of Moon. Now their buyback scenario in really bad shape. Potom, the only one with it available, 3 on cooldown. And Slark has it available, but not enough gold. So he will be on the sideline for 93. And
yeah, but we have 55 seconds of no DK ulti and no bear. So what does Liquid have right now? Right? I don't think they have anything.
Yeah, I guess you can't really go into the pit against Pango. Like, now that he has Octarine, what's the cooldown on his ultimate? Rolling
25
Thunder
seconds.
Is up.
It has 17 seconds downtime.
Yeah, it's up like 30% of the time. 35% of the time. Ridiculous. So, yeah,
because, like, what if Iceberg just goes forward and latches someone right now? You know what I mean? I guess they have Insania to help, so he'll be okay, but
and now
I don't think they can fight.
Oracle's hit level 20, so he has the really short cooldown on False Promise. This game is coming down to the bear. I actually think the Refresher Shard might be better for Liquid, so that Koikpa... Dude, he just bought the Refresher. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
There you go. So the bear's back. Now they can do it.
Finders, keepers.
Yeah, that's again the benefit of these spammers. They know everything about their heroes, and they know when this kind of moment is necessary.
Invisibility.
The game-winning Refresher.
Oh, here we go. The big boy. Mickey's like, fine, first roll, give it to me. I'll buy my own. Give me that sweet, sweet eggs. Now, did he buy the infuse? He did. Yeah.
That's a blessing. This DK is scary. This hero is so good, man. Dragon Knight is back between the initiations and now his ability to scale into the late game. He's a proper
He's
carry.
the honest hero, you know?
Yeah.
You know exactly, like, he's got no cheese. He plays you straight up.
Yep. Solid lane, amazing initiator, and now that he scales, this hero is something else.
Not a fan of some of the cosmetics, though. What is the undead? What is this?
I don't
Why
like
do I have a dead Dragonite? And then the blue one, too?
He looks
I don't
like
know.
a lame White Walker in this one.
What? How can there be a lame White Walker? Did you see the White Walkers, dude? Those were lame. How can they... Is this any lamer? This guy looks cooler than a White Walker.
Yeah, I guess. He's like...
You think Arya's taking this guy down?
I'm picturing the scene where he's just, you know, those generals are standing there and that one general gets killed by the friendly guys, and I don't know.
He kind of looks like those guys.
Some of them generals were... They looked scary, but they never really did anything. They kind of just sat on their horses and died.
Yeah, but I mean, this is a White Walker who's a dragon. I mean, there would never be a White Walker on a dragon. That doesn't make any sense. I mean,
Never.
Who would write something like that?
I wish they had expanded on the Frostworm lore, because I was always intrigued by that in Warcraft 3. What is it's like just an undead frosty dragon.
Well, you know, it's a worm.
It's a worm. It's a wormkin. Another worm.
So despite buying the refresher and getting an additional bear,
They don't go for it.
they don't go pit. It is scary. I do not disagree. Like, no DK form at that time. Oh, an illusion rune. That's a spooky couple of illusions.
Sure
I want to
is.
see these guys hit a creep wave down here. That's gonna push right to the tier 4.
All right, into the pit. Wow, look how fast the bear kills it, though.
Oh my, dude, these illusions just like 3-shot the wave. But yeah, he's a little busy to micro right now because he's getting arrowed in the pit.
Roche down to 3k HP.
Make your illusions.
Flight of Moon might just need to let this go. They don't have buybacks, and they cannot get wiped here. If they can somehow snatch some of the spoils, if they can make a cheeky play.
We just gotta watch V-Tune and Iceberg, dude. This is... Yeah, I don't know if they want to fight right now. V-Tune can actually get buyback if he gets a kill. Because he doesn't have timer. He's just a gold issue.
Mm-hmm. It's still quite a bit, though.
Look, those illusions have pushed all the way in.
I mean, Liquid are surprisingly timid here also.
Oh, it's getting so low right now. It's all general. He's waiting for his moment. They're going in. They're going to finish this.
Try to finish it off. Who's going to get it? Roche goes down to the Radiant. Snatched by the Dire, though. FTM goes down. Pardon me, always want to fly goes down. And no ultimate used. General trying to survive. Already used the Rolling Thunder. Murano low, but lives. Where did
the refresher on V-Tune? The arrow on Taiga. He's low.
And Slark get in, though. He gets disarmed.
He refreshed.
They're going to kill the Pango. No buyback there. And this could be the beginning of the end for FTM.
Yeah, V-Tune went for it all. He went back in with the refresher and the BKB, the ulti, I think trying to finish off Taiga, but now he's just wandering around in Dire territory.
And Aegis is on the DK, who now picks up a double damage rune. This is about as scary as it gets. Half duration left on the Black Drake. He can make it to the base to do damage. I don't know how FTM hold this.
V2's just going in for the aggro play.
I respect
Oh, he's
it,
going in for
but-
Taiga. He's going to get him. What? V2's insane.
Doesn't matter, though. They're killing his tier 4s. They've already glyphed it. Now it's just a throne. He's going to TP home, and they're going to be laughing all the way to a victory. Can they hold this? No. Alliance take game 2.
If there's any way to lose with dignity, though, right, it's that.
Yeah, I mean, you got a point. I guess Taiga is going to be mega tilted coming into game 3 after getting dove in the fountain. I mean, Mick A didn't die once on that DK. 60 minutes, 5-0 and 18. I really thought there would come a point where V-Tune would just be so big, be able to rack up so many of these essence shifts that they wouldn't be able to stop him. But that never happened. They had so much control, so much stun. I kind of think that a few more Lincolns for Fly to Moon could have changed this game. If V2 and Iceberg both had Lincolns, this might have been a little bit different.
I don't think they both needed it. I think they just needed somewhat... Like, Iceberg just had to not get picked off and killed 4 times in a row. And you can't even just fully blame Iceberg. They needed some solution from some